Welcome to Essentially Her Business, where we have open and honest conversations with women in business. Thanks for joining us as we share stories, insights, and plenty of inspiration to help you on your business journey. I'm Sharon Bailey, and today I'm talking with Karen Towers. Karen is a counsellor, but not always. This wasn't your first role, was it, Karen?
No, it was not. I'm a teacher with 30 years of experience, mostly in primary school, some high school, and a bit of teaching overseas.
That's interesting too. So what prompted the change from teaching into counselling and counselling for your own business?
Well, after all those decades, I just got tired of standing up and speaking loudly over children, yelling at children. It was 90% discipline. So I thought, I cannot do this until retirement. So I thought, I've got natural abilities to listen and come up with strategies, etc. So I thought sitting down and listening to one person, not have 30 in front of me, would just be ideal. So I gradually got into counselling, and now I have my own business.
I think too, I do a lot of the following of the love languages. And so many people's love language is that quality time. And having conversations like that is an absolute buzz for most people.
That's right, for children as well. So, we're so busy, we're on our phones, modern life is scattered, you could really say. So sitting down and just really listening to someone, I've found it's good for me too.
So what is it about counselling that you love?
It's just seeing people shift, like seeing light bulb moments go off, or at one end of the spectrum, it's I see a lot of domestic violence victims. So seeing them leave a relationship or put in boundaries, or even with children, learning how to deal with bullies or anything like that. It's very rewarding for me.
Yeah, I imagine it would be. And as far as having your own business, what part of that do you love?
I love setting my own hours. And honestly, I love having a 2 or 3 hour lunch break, walking to the beach. Where my office is, I can walk to the art gallery in Wollongong, or having a nap. I think I've earned the right to just pick and choose and set my own hours. And I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I have a long weekend every weekend. So often there's a lot of trauma through the week, and then I've just got time to just let it go.
Yeah, and I guess it's for you in particular, that whole self-care has to play a major role in yourself and your business to be able to deal with everything else that comes through.
Absolutely, because if I don't put those practices into place, burnout is a real thing in the mental health industry. So this is my livelihood, and I'm planning to do it for another 7 years maybe. So yeah, I have to work part-time. I cannot take a lot of heavy cases, and I really need to look after myself and have my own supervision where I'm talking through cases. And yeah, that helps get rid of some of those intense feelings for me.
Do you think COVID has made the counselling world more popular?
Yes, during COVID lockdowns, I did a bit of online work, and yeah, a lot of people were struggling with the isolation and just realising that humans are a herd species. We don't go that well on our own, even though, you need time alone to decompress. But yeah, we're just not built for social isolation for long periods of time.
Do you think, like I say, COVID made the counselling industry more popular, not even more popular, but more accepting for people to put their hand up and, look at having counselling or any other mental health services?
Yeah, possibly. Yes. Yeah, I didn't really see, I was sort of going strong before COVID. So for my business, it wasn't so much COVID that made it a success, it was other things.
So what would you say has been your biggest challenge?
Well, in the beginning, I was struggling with getting enough clients. So I was doing a bit of casual teaching, I was working for an agency, and then I had maybe one day a week or two where I was building up my own practice. So I found that that was helpful because when you do first start out, getting enough income is an issue. But then as I went on, the other things disappeared. So it was great to just quit the teaching and I'm never walking into a classroom again. And then I was just doing the agency and my own business. And then gradually that built up and then I could quit the agency. So yeah, it was this took about 3 to 4 years for that. And now this July, it'll be 5 years working for myself.
And as I say, it's funny you say that and not funny, but so many people walking into their own business, regardless of industry, think they're going to be successful within 6 to 12 months.
That's right. And it takes time to build, time to get word out there, your social media, word of mouth. So yeah, it's good to have your soft landing of something else while you're working in the background, because I think we all work harder for our own business than we do for other people.
Most definitely. So has networking played a role in your business?
A little bit. It has more from my supervision group. So there's a group of 6 of us in Wollongong, and we come and we talk through cases, etc. And it's good cross referral. I am involved in other networking businesses, but I've used those more for my own needs. It hasn't really led to a whole lot of work in that one. So it's more people in the same industry.
Which I guess they know exactly what you're going through, can recognize signs with you, can offer advice, that whole sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned social media. Has social media benefited your business?
I think so. I think just getting the word out. So I've got a Facebook page, Instagram page. I'm on LinkedIn, so occasionally I'll put things up there. So and
no
Google.
TikTok.
No,
we don't see you doing TikTok.
No, I can't see myself doing a dance and promoting the business that way. Yeah, so I haven't really stuck to strict guidelines with that. It's just slowly built out and the followers have built up. Yeah. Social media.
Any marketing, like advertising campaigns?
Yes, actually, I'm on psychologytoday.com. So that has been really helpful too. So that was free for a while, and then it was a cost of about $25 a month. And it sort of comes up quickly on the Google if you Google adult or child counselling in Wollongong.
So a bit more of a paid directory service.
That's right. So you can see everybody's qualifications, background, costs, etc. I've put a lot of effort into that form of advertising too. So I've got about 20 photos of my office and some of the things that I make with children. So yeah, that has been good.
I don't think people realise how beneficial industry, particularly industries like yours, have been on those directories can help.
That's right, because say your child is struggling, people will often go to, excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip of water. People will go to their doctor, they get a referral for a psychologist. They've got a 6-month wait list.
Yeah, I've heard 6 to 12 months at the moment.
Exactly, plus a gap fee. So Medicare doesn't really do that much. So I'm a counsellor and psychotherapist, so people can just see me without a referral. I've got more availability and so psychologists, they're not the only ones. So there's counsellors, psychotherapists, youth workers, social workers. It's more about the rapport. You know, as long as somebody's qualified, it's more the feeling that people get.
So what's been one of your biggest successes?
Well, there's different ends of the spectrum. So I used to work with Centrelink clients through job services, and saving somebody from suicide is really, very rewarding. Just getting a bit teary.
Nice.
And at the other end of the spectrum, getting a child to realise that they can walk away from a bully, they can just turn their back, and they have the choice. So, so there's different successes that have popped up.
Completely. And, you know, again, knowing you've had a hand in that is amazing. That's a massive thrill.
It is.
You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
And when you get some of those successes, what do you do? How do you celebrate? You've made me have a tear now.
Yes. What do I do? I don't know. I think I just tuck it away.
This is the first one.
That's right. A bit of a pat on the back, tuck it away, and remember those times for when clients aren't turning up and they're not telling me they're turning up. They're taking free counselling for granted. They're not paying me, asking for a huge discount, those sort of things. Try and maximise good things, minimise the bad things.
And validates you for those times where these clients aren't stepping up, knowing that your value is there by your previous successes.
That's right.
Yeah. Cool. That's so good. Do you use goal setting in your business?
Not really.
Okay.
I guess if I've got 4 clients booked in for a day, that's good. Sometimes there's 6 and there'll be a few no-shows. But I'm sort of at the stage now where I can have 2 or 3 and I'm fine with it, because this is going to help with the longevity of my business. So if I've got people turning up who are engaged in the process, that's much better than having a whole heap of clients who are just coming along to vent, and they're not really being reflective and looking at themselves.
Do you think mentorship has played a role in your business?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Sorry, has mentorship played a role in your business? Do you have mentors?
Yes, I do. So I've got a clinical supervisor who I see monthly for individual supervision, and then I've got my group. So every month or every second month, I'm getting direction from them, and they've been in the industry for 20 plus years. So that's been excellent.
And what about for the business side of things?
Not really. I've sort of muddled my way through.
You don't do all the YouTube videos trying to work out how to do something, or, you know, following different people online?
Not really. I've gotten a good accountant who can tell me what I can claim. I've got a good online person. I'm looking at it right now. Bailey Online Services. What else? Yeah, my supervisor. So that's 4 good people.
Okay.
And I've just sort of gone with it.
But again, at 5 years, it's obviously working.
Yeah,
So it's not so much a muddle through after all when you reflect on it like that.
I guess not, yes. But also 2/3 of my clients are paid for by the government, so they don't pay anything. 1/3 are private. So I think that's a good balance, because some of those government agencies pay a bit of my super.
Right.
So but they also come with a lot of trauma. So I can't have 100% from that sector because I'm going to burn out. So it's a balancing act.
And I think when you look at it that way, thinking about it more, you probably have set a goal that's not going to take over too much of your work, and looking at the thirds and that sort of thing. So
That's
without
right. So
realizing.
Yeah, so there has been goal setting there, but I don't recognise it as that because I'm not writing it down.
No, it's not that definite for you.
Yeah.
What do you think sets successful women in business apart from those that struggle?
Probably looking at the long term. It's not a short-term thing. It's managing everything else and just setting aside focus time for just your business, perhaps. And having, as I said previously, just having that little bit of income from somewhere else has been really helpful.
So, do you have any specific advice for our audience?
Slow and steady wins the race. I can't really.
Yeah, and look, I agree. It is a long game.
Absolutely.
What's next for Towers Counselling?
Well, I'm happy with the way things are. With my 3 days a week, I sublet my office on a Friday and a Monday. So those ladies are helping with the rent, and they're also a good referral. So one's a psychologist, one's a counsellor, one works with teenagers, the other one doesn't. So their success is my success because they'll keep coming back and helping me pay my rent. Yeah. So I'm happy with the way things are. In another 5 years, I may drop to 2 days a week. We'll see how it goes.
It definitely sounds like you've created a space for people to seek help.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's comfortable. So my office is, some kids have come in and said, oh, do you live here? Because part of it's a kitchen where we do art therapy. And there's a fluffy rug that kids can just come in after school, lay on the rug and relax. And I've made it, like I've put a lot of my own art in the sort of the adult space, and a lot of plants. So I'm going for, you're sitting in an art gallery / cafe / nursery, not so much a clinical setting that you'd go to a doctor. Yeah. Because even I went to the doctor's yesterday and I'm sitting in the room and you just feel tense. Well, I did anyway, because
no, I know exactly what you mean. It's sterile, and which I understand why it has to be, but yeah, there's just none of that comfort, which is half the time what you need. I also like the idea that your kitchen space is just a lot more relaxing. Like I remember when my kids were young, and it was the whole sitting around the bench making cookies together or whatever, giving them something to do and not necessarily doing the eyes on eyes was when they would open up the most.
Exactly. Yeah. So for example, I had a little girl, we were painting a white t-shirt that she gets to take home. And I didn't prompt her or anything, but she said, next month Dad's going to court and he's probably going to jail. And I said, okay, because I know the background. And she said, he did not make good choices. So I thought, that's so sweet, and I'm not looking at her. It just comes out organically.
Yeah. And it's nice to know, because not every child has the opportunity to be in this most beautiful space, that they have somewhere and someone that they can trust with that information.
That's right. Yeah. So, and this was 10 sessions in. So they have to feel comfortable. Otherwise, you're not sitting there asking them questions. They just pop out with stuff.
Yeah. No, I think that's amazing. And as I say, I love what you do for these families. Where can we find you?
I'm on Facebook, so at Towers Counselling. I'm on Instagram, same thing. I've got a website, towerscounselling.com.au. Psychology Today. I'm also on the victim services list. So when people get approved for their 22 sessions, they can just look in. Sometimes I have to press pause on that though, because of the numbers. Yep, and LinkedIn.
Beautiful. Any final things to share?
Just thank you for interviewing me, and good luck for people out there who want to just work for themselves. It's awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks again, Karen, for sharing your story and your journey with us. As Karen said, if you'd like to connect, you'll also find her details in the show notes below. But I also want to thank you for watching and listening to this candid conversation with Karen. We hope that her journey and insights will inspire and motivate you on your business pursuits. See you next time.
Thank you.
At Essentially Her Business, we believe that women entrepreneurs have the power to change the world, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interviews with successful businesswomen and other valuable content. And if you're interested in receiving personalised mentoring or in joining the group mastermind, check out the website for more information. Remember, small business may come with big challenges, but with the right mindset, resources, and community, you can achieve your dreams. Keep pushing forward, and I'll see you in the next video.